Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this video, and in today's video I will explain 3 reasons why you should run your business through the legal entity of a company. Welcome back to this channel, welcome to this video. My name is Jacques, I'm the owner and director of Taljaard Accounting Services. Let's get started. Reason number 1 why you should use a company to run your business through, and that's tax benefits. In South Africa, an individual pays income tax based on their total taxable income. The rate at which you pay tax increases based on the amount of income you earn. An individual can pay as much as 41% of tax, whereas a PTY limited is capped at 28%. The second difference is that as an individual you pay tax on your taxable income, whereas as a company you pay tax on your profit. If you're a salaried employee, you cannot deduct all of these kinds of expenses from your income from your salary. But if you're trading as a business in your own capacity, you can deduct certain expenses. But some limitations apply. For example, in a company, I can deduct my coffee. As an individual, I cannot. From a company's point of view, these kinds of expenses are considered general, whereas from an individual point of view, this is considered personal. Let's say you earn 750,000 Rand of taxable income for the year, which means that you essentially earn about 800 to 900,000 Rand per year. This might sound a lot, but bear with me. When you have that amount of income, taxable income, in your personal capacity, you will pay about 210,000 Rand just in income tax to SARS. And this would be paid over through a monthly deduction, PAYE, that kind of thing. But in total, you'll be paying 210,000 Rand, which means you only pocket about 520,000 Rand of your personal income. If you are a company, to pay 210,000 Rand in income tax, you will have to earn, assuming a net profit percentage of 5%, you would have to make sales of 4.5 million, give or take. So 800,000 Rand in your personal capacity versus 4 million in a company's point of view, much bigger play. If you were earning 750,000 Rand from turnover in a company, your tax would most probably be significantly less than 210,000 Rand, depending on your cost structure. So that's reason number 1. There is significant tax benefits of using a company instead of your personal capacity. Reason number 2, legal liability limitations. There's legal liability benefits. The reason for that is that when you are a company, the company is separate from the individual. The company is a legal entity on its own, as I've mentioned in a previous video. The individual is a legal entity on its own. So myself, I'm Jacques. I'm just Jacques. My company, Taljaard Accounting Services, is a separate legal entity. So should something bad happen and the company gets sued, as an individual I'm relatively protected. The company might be suffering, but as an individual I could still be okay. If the worst happens and the company closes down, as the owner and director I am still relatively safe. A creditor can claim against me in my personal capacity. The creditors will have to prove that I was acting negligently. Now, there's one other exception to this rule, and that is SARS. SARS's legislation makes it pertinent that an individual, the director, shareholders, and the representative taxpayers, every company has to appoint a representative taxpayer for SARS. Now, in those cases where a company goes down and there's still tax outstanding, it doesn't happen very often, but it does happen sometimes, the director has to pay that. Now, if the company has been experiencing some trouble for a while, I don't personally think that there would be a very large tax bill to be settled, but that's the only exception to the rule. So in majority of times, Proving that a director was acting negligently is going to be a bit difficult, so the directors and shareholders could generally be relatively okay. Then, so that's reason number 2. Reason number 3 is very simply, owning your own company is very cool. You can choose your name. I can have it as Taljaard Incorporated or Jacques Taljaard Incorporated or whatever the case may be, but I could also use practitioner accounting services. Actually, a friend came up with this idea and with the name, and there's a very specific reason for why we chose this name. And the name, you can read more about it on our website, but the principle is that I can carry on my business using the practitioner accounting services name, the practitioner accounting services brand. Using that brand, I can carry on the trade because it sounds cool. It sounds better. I can build a separate brand that is not necessarily me. The brand is the business, it's the identity, it's the reputation. Whereas myself as an individual, I can still keep everything private that I want to keep private. The company is separate from the individual. You can use a specific name that you feel would promote your brand for what you're trying to achieve with the brand. You can start that by using a name. And by trading in your own capacity, that might be a little difficult. The second thing is you can call yourself an entrepreneur, your own boss, a company owner, visionary, a director. You can call yourself whatever you want. You can call yourself the executive coffee drinker. If that's what you want, you can do that. That's not necessarily part of why you should do this in a legal structure. Just owning a company is very cool. So that's it. That's the 3 reasons: tax benefits, legal liability limitations, and that owning your own company is very cool. My name is Jacques, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was informative. Please subscribe, please share this video with other business owners and entrepreneurs that you think might be informative or might be benefiting from this kind of information that I'll be sharing. The aim of this channel, we wish to provide startups and small companies with the information they need to grow larger. Sending up a new video every Friday, roughly 8 o'clock in the morning, South African time. This is Jacques from Taljaard Accounting Services. Have a great weekend.